Lake Lewis right here with Washington Redskins. Starting fullback Darrel Young, and also NFL free agent linebacker himself, Mr. Robert.
TCU.
Texas two-step, that's what we're going to call him. Rob Henson. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? How you doing?
Same old, same old. You know, we do the show, get in. It's getting hot outside. A lot of fans in here tonight. If they want to chime in with us as we go on, you can come on up. Let us know your thoughts. Any questions you want to ask, anything that may be on your mind, come on up here. You see Rob has the that trophy right there.
I see it.
Can I tell him the real scoop on that trophy?
Let me hear something.
Boo. let me tell these guys the true scoop on this.
What's up?
We were gracious enough to go over to Dr. Scott White, who's right here in the front. We'll have him on a little bit later on, get on him. But we were over at his house, and his son Josh was with him as well. Dr. Josh White right there. We had a horse tournament, folks. And the tournament was supposed to be typical horse where you shoot and, you make buckets. Well, I truly believe that I was set up because I was making some ridiculous shots.
Sounds like somebody that lost.
Yeah.
Well, on the other end, they have a full court. One is regulation height, and then the other one's for junior peewees. And when the letter started being given out, all of a sudden, Rob Henson goes to the other end, and he and Josh start doing a dunking display. So, of course, the old man had to bow out. And I was a little salty about that because they stayed down there permanently.
Huh?
Yeah.
Say what? Wait,
Go ahead.
Say what?
Uh-huh. So you created your own rules.
Say that again? Oh, he mad. He mad.
I am mad.
I know he mad.
I am mad. I'm a competitor.
It's all right, girl. It's all right. It's all right. It's going to be okay. I ain't going to let them have you. It's all right. Anyway.
All right, and then I'm going to say this. Josh, it came down to them for the final shot. Whoever missed the shot, obviously the other person wins. Rob missed the shot from the corner, but supposedly Tommy Lovelace, who's not here, he'll be here later, he yelled out, and I guess it threw Rob off.
Distraction, man. Distraction.
And Josh let him shoot it over. Would you have let him shoot that over?
No.
That's what I was saying.
Wait. You got 20,000 people screaming in the fans.
That's
every
what
day.
I was saying.
But tell it the way it really happened, though. I mean, just finish the story. Josh made the shot. I missed it because I was distracted by loudmouth Lovelace. Okay. So later on, I made a shot, and Josh ended up missing it. So I returned the favor.
You did. Yes, he did. I will give you credit for that. But you know what? There should have not have been a favor to return because it should have been over from the beginning.
What?
But I was a little salty about it. But we have a redo coming, and I got some special tricks in the bag.
She said.
This guy matched all my shots. I'll give him that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because you weren't supposed to hit some of them shots.
Wasn't supposed to?
You weren't supposed to.
Right.
And you didn't think you were going to hit him.
I knew I was going to hit him.
Were you comfortable when you made those shots?
Man, I shoot with confidence, man. I shoot with confidence. Every bucket, I think, is going in. If you ask me, I think it's going in. I'm just saying, I look like Seth Curry out there. That's all I'm saying.
He said Seth, not Steph.
He said Seth Curry.
Last second.
Speaking of confidence, a little bit later on in the program, we're going to have pro wrestler Carnage, friend of all of us up here. He'll be coming on. He's got his belt. And I'm trying to talk him and Dr. Scott into thumb wrestling for the belt.
Oh, no, I don't know. I got my money on Dr. Scott.
I don't know. There will be some broken bones in here. Somebody might have a dislocated thumb in here. I don't want to see that tonight. So anyway, folks, Darrel Young right here in the middle, quiet right now. You guys getting your off-season conditioning in.
It's terrible, man.
Are they killing you out there?
It's terrible. No, off-season's going good so far. We started, like I said before, we started doing MMA and stuff like that. The rookies come in this week, so expect a little bit more on tempo this week. But guys just getting back into the groove. We're starting to gel as a team a little bit more in the offseason. This is actually the closest Redskins team that I've been to since I've been here. And maybe because I'm older, I don't know. Maybe guys look up to me a little more. I don't know what it is. But like I said, guys are just gelling more, and maybe it's just me feeling that way. It's before where I didn't feel close to the guys, So you guys
different
feeling in the locker room.
You guys feel like last year, is here now. You were where, as we talked about last time we were here, San Fran, Seattle, Minnesota, did well in the draft. St. Louis did well in the draft. And then I've even heard some people tell me this week, new studio at Tyson's Corner. By the way, you guys more than welcome come out. I've had some people tell me, oh, come on, Giants definitely going to win the division. They can't have another hard year like they did last year. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah, whatever. The analysts always say that Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. They said that Green Bay wasn't going to lose.
Yeah.
Saints were the best team without Sean Payton. I mean, the Green Bay won without their best players on the field. They won that Super Bowl. They had 16 guys on IR that year. I mean, you look at what we did. I mean, we had a lot of guys missing. Carricker or Rakpo. Who's to say we can't get better? Not saying that the guys that filled in weren't good, but these are guys on paper that are Pro Bowl caliber players and have made Pro Bowls, So, I mean, like you said, the game is played on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. It doesn't matter what else, everyone thinks, and the playoffs come on Saturdays and Sundays. So,
well, it's definitely played on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays for you guys this year. The 5 primetime games where the whole country will get a chance to see what you're made of.
Yep.
I will say this. I was impressed with the draft this year. I've been impressed with Mike Shanahan's draft since he's been here. But this year, he filled some spots that were some need spots, in that secondary. And, some people don't like me saying this, but I think you start all 3 of the guys you drafted in the secondary right away. I mean, no offense to your teammates, but it can't get any worse than what it was for a long time last year. Guys stepped up down the stretch. I'll give them that. But you're talking 3 big, fast, athletic.
That don't mean nothing. Taylor Mays was first round. You don't sit here and talk about how good Taylor Mays is.
Yeah, that's true.
Not saying that he's not a good player, but I'm just saying.
I understand.
What you do, the reason why I love the Steelers and what Mike Tomlin does every year is because he doesn't draft guys based on what they do in spandex and track cleats at the combine. He's going on film of what those guys do prior to going to the combine and what they've done in terms of health and all that. That's why I respect the Redskins, the Steelers. Mike Shanahan's doing the same thing. You're drafting guys that, guys who are not going to run 4.4s and 4.3s. They run 4.6, but they're going to play 4.4 on the field,
Right.
And that's the good thing about how he drafts. Well, to go along with that comment about you start all 3 of those guys, everyone said the same thing about that offensive line in 2010, that everyone said this is the best running O-line this year. So you have guys that fit the scheme the way you go to. If you come in and if we go back to a 4-3, you think we're not going to have the downfalls that we had coming and switching to the 3-4? It's just the personnel that you have.
Sure.
Just look at it like that. I mean, can you put Adam Carricker, can he play in a 4-3 like Ray Bryant does? Who knows? He hasn't played the 4-3 since he's left St. Louis, but he was also playing a 3-tech.
Yeah.
So, it's just different.
Well, you have interchangeable parts.
Absolutely.
And that's the other thing. These guys that were drafted, I wouldn't be surprised to see Emerson at times back up in a cover 2 or something like that.
He might start. You never know.
He might.
They drafted him for a reason to come in and compete.
Absolutely.
The one thing about Shanahan, you come to compete. You don't get drafted to make the team. You get drafted to compete. You get signed to compete. And that's what makes it fair to be a Redskin player.
Rob, let me ask you, would you be surprised? Because I understand. As I said before, folks, everybody here at Hooters, he doesn't want to hear it, but this guy's going to be named a captain this year. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. They should put him as a captain this year. I think all of us are in agreement of that. But asking you this question, if those 3 guys that were drafted in the secondary play well, and I mean reasonably well in preseason, would you start them day one?
Preseason's a different beast. I mean,
guys sound like typical professional football players.
But I'm being for real. Preseason's a different beast. I mean, you going out, you're really not putting together a game plan. You're not putting together a full game plan. Everything's vanilla because you don't want to show teams you don't want to show the rest of the league your hand right away. So,
right.
I mean, balling out in preseason, it's a good thing. It shows that you got talent and you can do the base, you can do the minimal things to make the team and help the team in some kind of way. But I mean, there's nothing like the regular season. Preseason is way different from regular season. Just like playoffs are way different from the regular season as well.
But look at Seattle though. Richard Sherman came right in and was balling. Cam Chandler came in and was balling.
I mean, balling, but they still didn't make the playoffs their first year. I mean, it's just it's a difference. I'm just saying.
They didn't have Russell Wilson though. They didn't have a leader that.
But they still made the playoffs at 7-9 without Russell Wilson, without Richard Sherman.
That doesn't count.
They made it. Hey,
you shouldn't qualify 7-9.
They got a playoff check. They made it.
I mean, but it's crazy to think that there wouldn't be any exceptions to the rule about young guys coming in and playing. So I mean, there are a few guys who are going to come in and do what they did.
Every year, at every position.
I just think the NFL's turning into the NBA in a lot of ways. where they're expecting for you, if you're a first-round draft pick, you're expected to come in and make a difference.
It's been that way.
Yeah, but now, second round, third round, you hear third rounders should legitimately have a chance to start if they play well. Your third rounder last year didn't even really get on the field to the last 2 games.
That's because he had a Pro Bowl type player in the scheme
That's
that
true.
we run.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, you know me, I'm going to say then you didn't need to draft him then.
That's not true because he got hurt the year before that. You don't know what you're going to get, and guys go down during the season. I mean, who's to say he wouldn't be playing center? And you draft a guy based on what he can do and how he can help you for the duration, and as opposed to one season or one position.
But Josh is he's athletic too.
He's very athletic.
I've always thought this: is he too small to be moved to right tackle? Because I can see it.
Hey, at this day and age, to be honest with you, after watching Brandon Banks play football, you're not too small to be in this game. I'm just being honest. You're not too small to be in this game.
I would like to see him have a chance, at right tackle because he's got great footwork. And last time I looked, that's what you need. And he was pancaking some guys out there.
Yeah, Revis can play, man. Like I said, I'll go to war with him any day. What he showed me, at first I was like, Josh Revis, you look at linemen and you say, how can they help us? Draft picks coming in, you don't want to lose the guys that made the team the year before. But it's the nature of the business. He came in and did well in training camp. I didn't realize it until one of the coaches pointed out. I said, man, this dude is killing people.
Yeah.
Started in one of the preseason games because Chester was hurt, and I'm just like, this dude is killing people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going against Chicago, and I'm like, who is that? But, you draft. It doesn't matter where you're drafted at. Does it? Sometimes, yeah, in terms of the depth chart when you first come in. But if you're a baller, you're a baller.
Yep.
That's how I look at it.
Make plays. You got to make plays.
You got to make plays. That's all it's about. It's what have you done for me lately to get yourself on the field. That's what it comes down to in the business world. And, if you work at, a fast food restaurant, if you work in a restaurant, how can you improve your tips? How can, it all plays in the same. It's, football is basically preparing you for what you're going to go through in life. And, the draft is just the first step of things of basically put you where they think you're graded at. Well, Lorenzo Alexander proved that wrong. Mm-hmm. A guy that played on only special teams and got paid well for 3 years out in Arizona, but has the potential to be a starting backer now because they have a guy suspended. Had another guy get, it's just different out there.
Things just work out.
Carlos Dansby, you never know what's going to happen until you show up in training camp. I look at some of the guys now, they say, we look at the wide receiver position, the spots aren't open. Well, think about it. Someone has to play special teams.
Yes.
Someone has to play special teams, but also has to know their role. And also has to come in and just be a student to the game and understand that, hey, you might start off in a practice squad. You might get cut, you come back. I mean, it's there's so many scenarios that football puts you in that it's just different,
Folks, Darrel Young, starting fullback for the Washington Redskins, free agent linebacker, Mr. Robert Henson, myself, Lake Lewis. We're here from Hooters here in Fairfax, Virginia. Great food. I didn't get any of the crab legs yet, but we'll be doing that a little bit later on. We'll be on up until 9 o'clock. We'll talk a little bit of NBA playoffs, a little bit of everything. And we're going to have Carnage, the wrestler, come on a little bit later on. I'm also going to get in Dr. White. He wants to get some airtime, try to see if he can do this. So I might have him sit up here with you guys for a little bit. Just can't chew him up, though.
No. He can
Everybody's a victim.
Can't chew him up. Can't do that to him.
Everybody's a victim.
Look, right now, where would you say is the country's interest sports-wise? You think it's baseball? You think it's NHL playoffs? You think it's the NBA playoffs?
I would have to say NBA playoffs.
Yeah, NBA.
I would too.
I mean,
but has it been?
That Caps game was live last week.
Yeah, it was. That game was
Mike
nice.
Green won it in overtime.
That
I was there.
Nice. But the reason why I say this because I agree. I think it's the NBA. But don't you think these playoffs have lost a little luster with Westbrook and Kobe being out?
no, I think it made it more interesting, actually.
To see what Golden State can do. I mean,
Yeah, it actually
Mark
gives.
Jackson has those guys playing ridiculous.
I think they're going to the finals.
I don't know about that.
I do. I believe
I
so.
think they match up well against San Antonio. Doesn't play well against young athletic teams.
They don't, but they also win in the end. Popovich does a great job.
Well, they stole the first game. They should be down 2-0.
Hey, a win is a win.
I tell you what series was supposed to go longer than what it did. I think Houston gave away a couple games to OKC.
Absolutely. They absolutely did.
I think they could have won that series, especially
I thought
after
they were
Westbrook
going
went
to
out.
win it. I was thinking about this. If you're Oklahoma City and Sam Presti, I know he's done a great job as a GM doing some things, but let's put this in perspective. Jeff Green and James Harden still could be on that team. Yeah. Can you imagine that with Westbrook and Durant? That would have been something.
But who knows if Jeff Green would have developed like he is now, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He was nice when he was
He
there,
the man
though.
at Georgetown.
Yeah,
But he also
he was
didn't get the ball because he had two guys that could score.
Yeah,
so
he had
what
game.
type of role does he play? The same role that he would have played.
He had game. That dunk right there too was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Shumpert's dunk.
I think the thing that I'm anxious to see is, does Reggie Jackson really fit in the lineup for OKC? And you move Westbrook to the 2, let Durant play the 3.
I don't know if you move Westbrook to the 2 because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it. That's right. I'm gonna say it. If they go far, you might move him. Period.
No, you can't.
It's already been grumblings.
You can't do that.
It's already been grumblings from not so much from Kevin, but just people think that sometimes he needs to shoot more, and you're seeing that now without Westbrook. This guy's he's putting up LeBron-type numbers as far as almost getting triple-doubles.
That's because Westbrook shoots the ball every time he comes down the court.
That's what I'm saying. but if Reggie Jackson shows that he can do this, you might have trade bait, man. Get yourself something else.
No.
I'm just saying,
But
man.
I mean,
you never know.
The reason I say move Westbrook to the 2, that would cut down on him coming down court, jacking up shots. Then you run plays for him.
But I don't think Kevin Durant wants to be on the wing. I really don't. I think he likes – I know on the wing he can still shoot from the perimeter, but you also have to guard guys too, and that's not his forte.
No.
So I think he's specifically a 2-guard right now. I think you look to move Russ. I think you do. It sounds crazy, but you never know.
Try it. I mean, they haven't won a championship, so you got to do something.
They need a point guard, in my opinion, in Oklahoma City, that is pass first. And I don't even know if Reggie Jackson fits that bill either. He's been putting up 15, 16 shots a game, too.
I
know it's the
changing.
offense.
The game is changing, though. So that pass first point guard is rare nowadays. I mean, you look at a guy like Damian Lillard. You look at Damian Lillard come in, and he's making shots. He's knocking down back buckets or whatever. So he's not really a pass first type guy anyway. So I mean,
I could see Russell Westbrook somehow, some way ending up in L.A.
No,
back with the back in his hometown. I got something that I do think could happen. What do you think of the chances that the Lakers amnesty Kobe? Just let me finish it out. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Just talking about this.
Wait. That's why I looked at
it. Doesn't make sense, but if you think about it, who's to say if you're a Clippers fan, you can't dream of getting Phil and getting Kobe?
It ain't happening.
No.
Phil ain't coming back.
No.
You don't think Phil will go back to the Clippers? It's in L.A.?
I think he would go to the Clippers.
I think he would go to the Clippers because they're ready to win.
Listen, Kobe is going to retire a Laker. He needs to.
I mean, but he needs to, but do they need him to? $30 million, you over the luxury tax, a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles tear.
How many tickets is he selling?
Jerseys.
It's the Lakers. They've always sold, though. You can't really say that he's made the organization. The organization was there to help make him.
Dwight Howard ain't doing it for him.
But
Steve Nash played half the season.
Well, first of all,
name somebody else.
They should have never. They should have never picked him up in the first place. What about Shaq?
I'm talking about right now.
Oh no, they don't have that. But you're freeing up $30 million. And maybe now you can go. Maybe you throw your money next year, Kyrie Irving or somebody.
Kobe might take a pay cut. You never know.
Kobe not taking a pay cut. No. That's why I say he might get amnesty.
No. Listen, I done seen a lot of crazy things. I'm not going to even lie to you.
I saw Michael Jordan in a Wizards uniform. That tells me it can be done.
But he retired and came back and won.
Yeah, but he retired because they weren't going to bring him back. They were doing some crazy stuff in Chicago.
Bottom line, there's no way you amnesty Kobe. Do you realize the city would probably riot?
They riot anyway. But
sorry,
Jeff.
I
know Jeff comes on after us. I'm sorry.
Look at LeBron in Cleveland. That city lost $200,000 the second he left.
They burned his jerseys and everything.
And they still hate him.
But
he has camps there every year.
But if he goes there, they'll be the first fans right back. Oh, I love you, LeBron. I missed you.
Well, I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's LeBron James at the end of the day.
I seriously don't think there's a chance that they would enter.
I don't think so. I don't.
That's $30 million that you're not sure that this guy, he says, I'll be back, and naturally you think it's Kobe. But he is 36 with a lot of mileage on him.
Nah, that's Kobe.
Chauncey Billups was 35 with a lot of mileage on him. He's still playing. Came back from the same injury.
Chauncey Billups didn't come in at 17.
He's 30. He's still 35. He played college. I mean, it's the same thing.
Nah, Kobe. NBA minutes a little different though, Darrel.
I agree,
but
when you the man at the school, I mean, you gonna play all the time.
He did. He was jacking it up out there. I still think that if you're the Lakers, First of all, we all know that the owners, Jerry Buss's sons, don't really seem to understand what they need to be doing. They might drop the ball on this. It will be a disaster.
I'm telling you, that city is going to riot if Kobe.
What if he just goes across the arena, though, to the other locker room for the Clippers?
No.
He's not going to stay in L.A. if they do that.
Where's he going to go?
It don't matter.
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical. You know, I like doing this just, for the sake of the broadcast. I'll give you a place that he could end up.
Boston.
Take one guess.
Boston.
If Kobe's not a Laker, which we all agree he will be, if he's not, though, for the sake of the program, nope, I'm going to give you one destination. I can see it.
Minnesota?
Nope. Think, guys. Think. Chicago.
No.
Exactly.
He's not going to.
You know why I say that? You know why I say that?
No.
You know why I say that?
You don't follow MJ. No.
Kobe's always followed MJ.
No. No, he tried to one-up MJ.
And Derrick Rose needs help. That's what he's going to say.
That's too much money help right there. He can't do it. They just paid, D. Rose 100 and something, or 100 million.
They did. They broke
That's
him
not
off.
happening.
Are you guys disappointed he's not playing?
Oh, I'm a Heat fan, so I'm glad he's not playing.
To be honest, from an athlete standpoint, I'm.
You're going to take his side, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
course.
like you said, he's 25 years old. He has a long career. I mean, what does he have to prove at this point except that he can come back from it?
I think he's got to prove it to himself up here.
Absolutely. He's probably still a little timid to play on it, to be honest.
But see, when I see Shumpert looking like Jordan the
Two
other night on
different-
that follow-up,
two different people. Two different type of
Shumpert's
people.
working for that Derrick Rose contract. Derrick Rose has the contract.
I agree with you that
Status.
the money, he doesn't want to lose that, and I understand, but they got hurt on the same day, the same injury. And Shumpert's been playing, it looks like he's been playing since February.
But, I mean, people's body is different. You know what I mean?
Everybody's different.
Yeah, but I mean, after a while, your quarterback here played with a torn, ACL, MCL.
Nah, that thing wasn't torn. It was sprained. There's a difference.
I believe that thing was
big
torn.
Well, either way, you can't plant and cut. So, I mean, all you can do is run straight.
But he showed you that he was going to have to get hurt in order to not give it a go.
That's why we respect him to this day.
But see, Derrick Rose, that's my favorite player. I'll say that. But Derrick Rose, the only thing that he has to overcome is himself.
Yeah.
He'll probably get out there and realize, man, I'm okay. But you can't say, okay, I'll wait this offseason and I'll get into training camp and in preseason. He still has to get in a game-time situation.
But that's an extra 6 months still, too, though. So
But could that 6 months really make you rusty?
Yeah.
Could it really make that leg, like, you favor it a little bit more, just psychologically?
You don't be out there thinking about it. I mean, having had multiple knee surgeries, I mean, it's not a day or a moment that you don't think about it. So, I mean.
I heard you say at times playing, you just felt like, is it in your mind you think of the injury when it happened? Is that what you're afraid of going through again, or is it just?
It's that, and also, I mean, just protecting yourself and not putting yourself in the same situation. I mean.
Well, I don't understand that when you running people over on the basketball court.
Well, I mean, we out there playing basketball. There are certain moves athletically that I can do, but I just won't attempt because I don't want myself in that situation.
You're afraid to go up and try to dunk or something like that?
I mean, nothing like that. I'm not doing anything like that. So.
No, sir.
See, I mean, you got to be careful. I understand that. No part of you is disappointed in Derrick Rose, though, for not trying?
No.
Nope.
Wow.
What I am disappointed in is
I'm disappointed I can't see him.
His brother came out and said what he said. That's what I'm disappointed in. I mean, sometimes you got to silence the people around you.
You don't air your laundry, your family laundry like that.
I mean,
he would have been taken off the payroll right there.
Him, Mike Vick
I'd have taken my chips back.
Michael Vick, brother, daddy.
Oh, come on.
Same.
I wouldn't even talk to them.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a good thing. Well, look, we'll take a break. When we come back, I do want to talk some playoffs. I know Mr. Miami Heat fan right here. A lot of people saying maybe the Knicks. You're a Knicks fan, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you argue the case why your New York Knicks, so I was going to say aren't going to beat Miami, but I'm going to let you argue the case.
I'm saying they ain't beating Miami either. I'm a Knicks fan. I like the Heat.
For the sake of argument, we'll say.
But give me the reasons why possibly they could compete with Miami and maybe beat them. And what I need you to do, because he always goes one track too, I need you to give me some possibilities why New York could possibly beat your team too, if that's possible. And then you'll let me know who's coming out the West. So we'll take a quick break and we come back. More myself, Lake Lewis, Darrell Young, Rob Henson right here live from Hooters and Fairfax.
And Lady.
Coming up a little bit later on, Carnage the Pro Wrestler.
Her name is Lady.
Dr. White, hang tight.
Welcome to Hooters. Right this way.
Wednesday is Wings Day at Hooters. Get 10 boneless wings and fries for just $6.99.
Tired of lugging out your heavy, bulky pressure cleaner? You need the amazing Water Jet. It turns your ordinary garden hose into a super power washer, powerful enough to clean second-story windows. Here's how it works. Water flows through the volume reduction chambers where pressure builds until a powerful jet stream blasts through the precision-engineered solid brass tip. The control valve regulates the water pressure, great for siding, umbrellas, and awnings. Blast grime and weeds off brick and paver driveways. It attaches to any garden hose so you can take it along boating and camping. Quality built with stainless steel, aluminum, and solid brass, and only $19.95. You'll also get the bonus fan tip that creates a powerful fan-shaped spray. Scour away mold, scrub wood decks and docks, patios and pool decks, cars and trucks. Dial back the pressure to gently water flowers. There's more. We'll double the offer. You'll get 2 amazing water jets and 2 fan tips for only $19.95. Just pay additional processing and handling. Call to get the jet.
To order Water Jet, call 1-800-973-9853. Call now and we'll double the offer. Call 1-800-973-9853.
NCAA women's basketball. All day, every day, our game. Filling it up, knocking them down, and bringing it home. It's basketball at its purest. For family fun and great entertainment, there's nothing like it. NCAA women's basketball. All day, every day, our game.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today, absolutely free.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
If you want to shed fat and get a body that's shredded, then it's time to get on the rack. The Rack is a complete total body workout system, and it's the hardcore hardware that adds a whole new dimension of variety and intensity to traditional body weight exercises. You get explosive chest, shoulders, and back, big arm blast, and ripped abs on the rack, a fat shredder workout, and a total body muscle building express workout, totally ripped on the rack. Order now and get this special Get Ripped on the Rack 30-day trial for just $14.99. When you order, also ask how you can get the Rack system shipped right to your door for free. As an added bonus, you'll get the Rack Nutritional Guide, custom workout guide, and special Bartender's Workout DVD, plus shipping. That's a total value of $60, all for free, but only if you order right now. Call now and order the Rack Total Body Workout System for this special 30-day trial of just $14.99.
You know, Carmelo can score with the best of them if he's not the best scorer in the NBA. You know, I mean, Tyson Chandler's won Defensive Player of the Year before. J.R. Smith did get Sixth Man of the Year. Ray Felton came back and brought something what they were missing, what they had before he left. Shumper's coming on strong. Novak, we need him to be healthy. But you got pieces to, everyone falls in the part with their role, but you only have one solid big man. And that's why I think, Miami doesn't have a big man really, but
Chris Bosh is,
Yeah, I'm talking about
kind
a
of
dominant
finesse.
post player.
Kind of finesse.
But then again, how many dominant centers are there in the NBA now? So
you know what the problem I think would be with New York is matchups.
Oh, yeah, Carmelo can't D up LeBron.
Well, see,
LeBron can't D up Carmelo.
But see, on defense, you know who would actually check Carmelo?
Battier.
It would be Battier or it would be Mike Miller. I mean, not Mike Miller, but Chris Anderson. Or
no. You don't put Chris Anderson on.
You utilize your fouls.
You
might put Chris Bosh on him.
Yeah, but you don't put Anderson on him. You don't want him. You don't want Anderson to get too many fouls. First of all.
He's been playing well.
He's been playing really well.
Anderson is a baller.
Well, he's always been a good basketball player.
He fits perfectly. An athletic center that don't need shots, that can get his own, create for himself under the basket.
So you want anybody but LeBron or Dwayne Wade, which they would never do, ever having to guard a tough guy if you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't want your best player playing that best player.
Right, but see, Carmelo
serve energy.
But see, on the other end, he's going to have to, though. Hey. I mean, he's going to – because even if they say, okay, we'll hide him a little bit and put him down low against Chris Bosh, he's going to get eaten up. I mean, there's a matchup problem.
They better run a zone.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's all I'm saying.
What do you see as far as when they play? Because they're going to play.
No, they're not going to play. It's going to be the Pacers.
See, I think Indiana's giving New York trouble, but I something about New York this year, I think they can get through that. I do.
I mean, we played well at the end of the season. That's all you can go off of, really. We played good in the first round. Played well enough to win in the first round. I wouldn't say good because a couple of those, and they lost, and I'm like, man, what is this team?
Well, Indiana gave, if they were to lose, Indiana gave Miami a run last year.
It's not the same, though.
Yeah, but it was last year. It's a whole new season.
I'm going to tell you why it's not the same.
4-1 Miami.
I'm going to tell you why it's not the same. If they run into Indiana, we have better size this year. We got Chris Anderson, Joel Anthony if we need him off the bench. We got better size. And, I mean, you think Danny Granger's not healthy?
No, he's not.
Paul George is balling, but I think I know LeBron could lock him up. The only person that would really probably get points would be David West.
I think it would be Hibbert.
But he ain't really did nothing since he left New Orleans.
I think Hibbert gives you guys a big problem.
I think Hibbert, he exerts so much energy. He's going to have to exert a lot of energy.
I don't like Roy Hibbert's game.
Man.
I can't get with it.
He's a polished big man. He's a polished big man,
He's just not physical enough down there. I'm talking about I need somebody to at 7 feet tall. I need it.
Yeah, he's not physical.
But how many big men are nowadays?
That's why it's the generation of the guards now. It was back in the 90s.
That's because y'all watch too much ESPN. Y'all can't shoot your free throws anymore.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with Shaq. Shaq played in both generations.
I'm gonna give y'all one reason the Knicks won't beat Miami. One name, J.R. Smith. He's a Russell Westbrook
He'll
of
shoot
the
you
East.
out the game.
He will shoot you out of the game.
He will. When he's on fire, he's special to see.
Even when he's on fire, he can make 4 in a row, and he's going to take the next 4 and make a miss.
See, I don't see anything. I think Miami's toughest opponent right now, to me, is Chicago.
Always. I don't know why they play them hard.
They just
Chicago
plays
y'all.
Yeah, Chicago plays you guys tough.
They do. They do. But I think they were rusty the first night they played. 2 weeks off. You finish the team off. You off for 2 weeks. You're going to be rusty. I don't care what you're doing. 2, they came in. It really looked like they didn't have a game plan. D. Wade didn't look like he was himself. You could tell the knee injury was bothering him or whatever they did to it.
But you don't think coming back to Chicago tonight, that play's going to be a buzzsaw, man? I mean,
it is. It is.
Remember the last time they went to Chicago, it got kind of ugly. It got a little out of hand. Yeah. So you know that they feel confident that they can beat Miami.
I'm going to tell you how I know it's going to tone down because a lot of players receive technicals. One more technical, and I believe you get a suspension.
Yeah, you do.
So it's not going to be as chippy as it was last time, I don't believe.
See, that's why I'm disappointed in this year's playoffs. I'm really disappointed. Just it doesn't have the same star power. I mean, you still got LeBron, of course, but no Kobe, no Westbrook, no Derrick Rose. It's just.
But you got Steph Curry.
Jeremy Lin was hurt for a little bit.
Klay
I'm just
Thompson.
saying. Oh, come on, Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson should be coach of the year. Well, I know you can't put him in that category, but I'm just saying
Nah,
guys that were
I feel
starters,
you,
you know. He and Harden, nice little backcourt, even though I think Beverly, Jeremy Lin might be in trouble.
Yeah, Beverly's definitely in trouble on the
he
defensive
got 25
end.
million reasons why he ain't in trouble right now.
And he got China supporting him, too. So that's a lot more money, literally.
If he really had China, he'd be in the All-Star game like Yao Ming was.
After
3 years being retired, he's still in the All-Star game.
You don't think he could go play in China and make Bitcoin?
Yeah, absolutely.
He could.
Absolutely.
And
He's a good player.
I think that might be in his future arsenal.
Yeah, he's a good player.
But, I mean, it's just a fanfare. Even going back to last year, you just think of what ifs. Your team may not have won the thing last year if Derrick Rose didn't go down. Chicago's the number 1 seed.
Again, number 1 seed don't win. And no sport.
I mean, this is not a knock on them because you can't worry about the next team. You got to take care of your own business. Yeah. But to see this, I would have liked to have seen the Lakers in San Antonio with Kobe playing. I would have liked to have seen that.
It's just not the same. It's just not the same.
It's not.
No, it's just
it's like Mike going down. He wouldn't be in the playoffs. I remember, you guys probably weren't even born then, but I remember Lakers finals against the Pistons. Magic Johnson first game tore his hamstring. Literally first quarter. Was out the whole series, and guess what happened? Detroit swept the Lakers, number 1 overall seed.
Was that Isaiah's? That was Isaiah's 1 ring?
No, Isaiah got more than 1 ring.
He got more than 1?
He got 2. They won back-to-back. The Detroit, the Bad Boys, won back-to-back championships.
Was that his first one?
That was his first one. Yep. Yeah, so Rob tried to spit out every now and then. He got a little bit of historical knowledge on there. That's all right. Capitals right now down 1-0 to the Rangers.
It's first period.
Same old Caps?
Not worried. First period.
All right. Okay. Hey, you got to get a win. You lose tonight. That's not good.
Mike Green is a beast.
Yeah, of course.
Ovi, MVP.
He should be the MVP. Will he be the MVP?
24 goals in 24 games?
He started off a little rocky.
He very sure did, but 24 goals in 24 games?
The only reason I don't know if he'll get it because he's already won it. And the leagues like to try to spread the wealth around a little bit, find a new star. But I think he should get it.
NBA.
Nah.
Well,
no. Steve Nash back-to-back, LeBron back-to-back.
Is there anybody you think you could have? Is there anybody?
Yeah,
that's what, 3 in a row?
Yep.
Do you think there's anybody?
No, it's 2 in a row. D-Rose
two
won
in a row.
D-Rose won it.
Yeah. Do you think there's anybody out there that legitimately you can make an argument could have been MVP this year? I mean, what about Kevin Durant?
No.
Melo made a run for it.
Here's the only reason I wouldn't vote for Melo.
I would have taken Durant before Melo.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I thought we were talking about guys in conversation. LeBron won it.
Yeah,
hands down.
I don't think either one of those players plays defense the way LeBron plays defense.
Nah,
people remember
his
defense
around,
more than they remember how many points he scored most nights.
LeBron is all around, and that's what.
He's just more exciting to watch too.
I said it the other day. You win this championship this year, and now you're number 2 instantly.
I believe so.
I think he jumps over Kobe. I don't care. Kobe had 6. Kobe had a monster with him.
Yeah.
But I think with LeBron, you look at LeBron. If he wins it this year, what's that? 4 MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
2 championships, but 4 finals appearances. 4 finals appearances,
and probably let's just say 2 finals MVPs.
It's still hard to get past Jordan though. 6 finals MVPs, 6. I mean,
he would have best.
He would have to have the rings to get
LeBron's going to start sniffing that air a little bit sooner or later.
Oh, I think he already tapping into it. He already tapping.
He's still looking into the glass right now. He is. The glass is Jordan. He's still
when he won that 4th MVP.
He's using Kobe as a prop if he wins it this year to look into the glass closer. How about that? You don't see him being mentioned with Jordan, do you?
I mean, ain't nobody mentioned with Jordan. His sneaker game is getting up there. So
yeah.
To be honest with you,
he
besides Jordan, LeBron is becoming the most consistent sneaker seller.
See, I don't even know. Not to sound dated, but I don't even know what a pair of LeBrons look like. I'm sure I've seen them, but I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't.
The ones you had on the first quarter the other night. Tell you.
And how much those things cost? About $300.
I don't know, but his corks was $600
more.
Online.
Yeah.
His corks was $600 online.
Yeah,
starting bid $600.
Yeah, not getting those.
Starting bid.
See, for $600 shoes, they need to correct your arch and all that stuff. I mean, if you have bunions, all that stuff, they need to fix that. That's a lot of money. You're gonna buy some too, aren't you?
No.
Or you already got some.
I ain't a fool. See,
What would you?
I like LeBron, but I ain't
Between
paying
you
that much.
two and Niles Paul, who has the most shoes?
I don't know, man. It's close. It's close.
How many pair? Over 100?
Yeah, easily.
200?
Nah, not that many.
150?
Probably around there. I got a lot at home in New York, too.
So you almost half a year, you have a pair of shoes for every day.
Probably.
I thought my shoe game was sick till I saw his. I'm like, I got to catch up.
What size shoe you wear?
10.5.
Okay, yeah, we can talk then.
Nah, we can't talk about Jordan.
I might need to alleviate you.
I got some sketches.
Nah, yeah, right. No, that's okay.
Shape-ups.
You know the sad part.
The
you know the sad part about it. You probably have a pair of shoes that you wore like 1 or 2 times and never wore them again.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I got some shoes in the closet I've never worn.
He said, don't let him fool you. I came in the house. I came back from off-season training. There was 2 bags of sneakers. I had to be probably at least 30 pairs in them bags.
He bought a bag of stuff over to me. Told me like size 13 should give it to somebody that needs or whatever. He had some other shoes in there too, though. He had some pointy slip-ons up in there too. So I was like, Robbie going like that.
He got swag.
You gotta have a little bit of something, man.
You got purple shoes, don't you?
No.
Please tell me. Okay. All right, I thought he had some TCU specials.
No, I got some black and purple Air Max that they came out with. That was it. You know.
That's decent. You wear it with your TCU gear. He still wear that Horn Frog stuff, though.
Which he should. Alma mater.
Come on, man. I gave him 5 years of my life, man.
Well, Tommy not here because I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, he is.
It's not like Oh, there he is. Like SMU.
You see, he got
they
the
gave
hoop
him
earring
for
in.
5 years.
Yeah, he
There
got the
you
hoop
go.
earring in over here, man. It's the SMU thing.
Hey, tell me Tommy don't look like
Jordan
this.
from here.
Tell me Tommy don't look like Wesley Snipes.
He look like Jordan from right here, though, man.
No. Yeah, he do right now.
Like Jordan from right here.
He look
you
like
only see his eyes.
He put his tongue.
You only see his eyes.
I'm gonna put this to bed right now. He look like Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Shannon and Sterling. Both of them.
He says
the bald-headed version.
He said and Sterling. They do wear them hoops too. Got the hoop earring in there. That's my boy right there.
Oh man.
Well, look, it's time to take another little break here, and when we come back, I want to bring in Carnage, the pro wrestler. I was actually on his show. You guys got to go on their show. They got a show on Comcast in local market in
Reston.
In Reston, Loudoun County still, right? Or Fairfax County? Oh, both. Okay, Fairfax and Loudoun. So they had me on there, nice little setup, and got me on there, and they did their homework on me. I was surprised, So they, had me come on there, talk about, it's hard for me to talk about basketball now, man. I got to tell you, playing with y'all, I'm dejected now. I got to find something else to do.
Hey, man, we went out the other day, ran the court, man.
It's just not the same,
courts.
man. I can still shoot. I'm comfortable with that. You think I can shoot.
But when we picked you up on the team, that's what we said. You said, late, stay on the outside. We're going to drive and dish.
But see, it's hard for me mentally because my mind is telling me, do this, and my body's telling me, man, that was like 20 years ago. Well, who are you? Them days going to come, trust me, and it's going to be hard to.
I feel.
That's what I'm trying to do as much as I can right now,
right now, man.
I see these jokers running up and down the court. That day we won 8 straight up at Lifetime.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man.
Yeah.
8 straight. Them jokers was getting him and Niles. They were getting salty. They were yelling at each other, yelling at me, yelling back at them.
Hey, nothing less than your best.
They were, but I'm like, if I'm trying to get a rebound and we fighting for the rebound, that's effort, right?
No, I'm gonna tell you what I got mad at Lake for. I drive the lane. Defenders, they converge on me. I'm about to take it up. I see Lake out the corner of my eye.
You do know that, right?
Hey,
sounds like
you do know you're going to shoot
coming through the lane like this.
Because Rob's a black hole. I will tell you.
I'm coming through like this.
Rob rebounds the ball and dribbles it up and still shoots.
Every now and then. But I go up. I see Lake out the corner of my eye. I drop the ball. I'm like, yo, this is about to be the best assist of my life. Boom.
And
Lake sits there and watches me come down and everybody else around me. I'm like, yo, opportunity wasted. Lake, take the ball up. Let's go, man. I think you know what? We did shoot a lot. Me and now shot a lot. So I think maybe you were surprised that you got the ball.
Yeah, I was. So, I really was. I was like, I have the ball. But when it was nice, the flow of the game, and we swung the ball around, and it came over to me, it was let's go back.
You put up some 3 balls. Yeah.
But you know, that's where I had to understand the game has changed. Because you know what? Let's just say it. I got to say it. Y'all gunners. They shoot a lot, man. I mean, it's
pickup basketball. It's not college basketball. But, 30 passes to the left and to the right.
See, that's the thing.
Penn State basketball.
But see, that's what I try to tell people at Penn State. If you ever threw a behind-the-back pass,
maybe they need to start.
Right here with me.
They need to start throwing some behind-the-back passes.
They ain't made the tournament.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this stuff. But let me ask you this. When you saw Michigan and you saw Louisville in the championship game, there was no flash in that thing. It was just straight-up basketball.
They was balling.
But you didn't see a lot of flashiness. You just didn't have time to do that.
Well, that's the championship. Y'all championship is 0-16. Y'all last game of the season.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. He's trying to throw it out there because he went to Villanova. When I played at Penn State, we actually went to the tournament. We won the A-10. We went to the tournament, and we beat UCLA in the first round in the Carrier Dome.
What year was this?
The next year, that was 1990.
They were good in the 70s.
The next year, on that team was Tracy Murray, Don McClain, Derek Martin. I mean, they were some good players. The next year, we go into the Big Ten. My goodness, we go into the Big Ten, and when they hand us the schedule, and it was literally, I kid you not, Purdue, Conzo Martin, Glenn Robinson. His son was playing for Michigan in the finals. Michigan, Fab Five. Illinois, you guys will remember these names: Marcus Liberty, Kendall Gill.
Kendall Gill was at the Nets.
Yeah. Okay. Michigan State, Sean Respert. Wisconsin, Michael Finley. It was Indiana, Greg Graham, Calvert Chaney. You literally saw this every night. And, yeah, it was ugly. We won 16 first year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You know?
I just told you. I know that. I didn't even look at the stats.
But my friend Pat Knight, who had coached at Texas Tech, played in Indiana back then, good friend of mine, he comes on the show. He'll tell you, we took Indiana. They were ranked #1 in the country. Took them to overtime, was up 2 with 4 seconds left. They called the phantom. They called the phantom 3-point shot. There was nobody around the guy. Called a foul. They won it by 1.
There had to be somebody around. I mean,
and after the game, Bobby Knight even said we didn't deserve to leave here with the W, but you know what? We'll take it.
Coach is gonna say stuff like that.
Absolutely, this was politically right.
He said politically right. I never heard that one before. Man. I mean, you just, come on, y'all can't dog my school like that.
No. We just saying y'all weren't good at basketball.
Y'all know that football, and you see that recruiting class again this year. We're supposed to be Sanction City, but you know what?
Y'all want punishment for the next 20 years.
No. We straight. #1 quarterback in the country. We'll be starting this year, by the way.
Oh, did he?
That's why the one kid transferred.
Wait.
The backup from last year transferred already.
So y'all got the #1 quarterback.
Christian Hackenberg was the #1 rated
quarterback
in the country.
I want to see his IQ scores.
Oh, when they had the Nike skills camp, he won that too.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to go to a school where I can compete for a national championship while I was there. I mean, it's not a knock on Penn State,
but I agree with you, but it's different because nowadays, I think more players could care less about that bowl game. If this guy knows that coach, Coach Tom Brady, and he saw what he did with Matt McGlown last year, it was a walk-on. Mm-hmm. The year before, Matt McGlown, 7 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 40-something% passing rating. Last year, first year under Coach Bill O'Brien, last year, 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 69% completion percentage, and threw for over 3,500 yards. It's the coaching. So, naturally, this year's recruiting class for 2014, they got 3 of the top 10 wide receivers in the country signed with them. Why? Because they see
them boys.
Come on, man. See why you got
them boys. Ain't no way.
100,000 people. That's a bowl game. That's a bowl game. No. They playing in Ireland next year, first game too. They look at little stuff like
so
that.
So they're taking out the country to play.
Basically.
Hey, listen, man, you play in front of 100,000. There's only 6 stadiums in the country that have that.
It's 110, ain't it?
Yeah, it's 110.
110.
So you know, if you were getting recruited by a school, you want to play for a title.
Yeah,
I want to play for a title.
But if
that's what you're playing for.
But if you're recruited this year, you only have 2 years of a sanction. And if you get redshirted, you only have 1 year.
Here's the difference.
You got to remember that.
If you play for a title, if you play for a coach, and like let's just say I go to Penn State, I know I'm not going to play for a title, but you know, like you said, he has the pro pipeline.
Every day they say that there are pro scouts there. Every day.
You say he has the pro pipeline. Well, if I'm playing for a national championship at Alabama, the whole team getting drafted.
But the problem is you may not get on the field at Alabama. No offense, I'm just saying.
Number one.
No, I mean,
number one, you gonna play.
You gonna play.
See, I think kids that go to Alabama sometimes don't get on that field till they're juniors or seniors.
I mean, Texas is the same way. You can go to anywhere. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to be Alabama, but you can go to Michigan.
Come on, man. You can't say that on my set.
I'm just saying.
That's a forbidden school.
You just
right
said
there.
Michigan.
Yeah, you did say it. Michigan.
I said they beat us.
Acknowledged the Fab Five.
I said they
acknowledged the Fab Five.
But I said the Fab Five. I didn't even go down there and listed their names.
Yeah, but you show respect to the Fab Five.
Respect because there's 5 of them, not just one.
Man, let me say this: the Fab Five won nothing.
They still got ESPN 30 for 30.
The Fab Five, no conference championships, nothing.
That's how you know you great when you don't win nothing and they still making stuff about you.
That was the first team of all 5 freshmen.
Yeah.
And they lost to Duke. They weren't supposed to beat Duke. Yeah. The next year they lost to Carolina. And we're not talking about the Duke and Carolinas of today. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the ones back in the day where you weren't supposed to win. So
they still have Roy Williams.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, showing a little history. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I seen a picture of him. I seen old Boeheim, too.
He said he saw a picture of him.
Lady says it's time for a break because she wants the last wing over there.
Did you go to Villanova games, basketball games?
Not too many. When UConn played them, that's about it.
And you were rooting for your
UConn, yeah.
That's sad, man. You listen.
I went to Villanova because they gave me the opportunity to play football. I didn't go there to
Oh, my God.
I love Villanova. I love it, but myself and the basketball players didn't get along, so automatically that turns you off or something. Well, one of my good friends played for UConn, and I already liked UConn. I liked when Ben Gordon was
Price.
there. Yeah, I liked when Ben Gordon was there. Rip Hamilton. That was before A.J. Price era. You had Mecca Okafor, who was, when you're looking at Josh Boone.
The team to beat Duke.
Josh Boone, Hilton Armstrong.
Who was the dude that had the Ricky Moore?
His name was Ricky Moore. It was I know you're talking
about
Ford.
And Karan Butler played there, too.
Karan Butler played there. Mm-hmm. Ray Allen went there. I mean, the list goes on. I was a UConn fan all the time, to be honest.
Rudy
Gay.
Rudy Gay. You remember when Ray Allen hit that jump to beat Georgetown in the Big East Finals?
I remember Allen Iverson walking off the court. That
was terrible.
I remember.
That was heartbreaking, man. That was when I was at Georgetown. That was heartbreaking.
That 96?
Yep. That's when I was in their grad school. That was
they got drafted,
that was hardcore, man. Oh, my goodness. That joker dunked on whoever the defensive stopper for Connecticut was, straight down the lane.
Who dunked on who?
Oh, my goodness. Iverson came in. It was –
Ray dunked on somebody?
Nah, Allen Iverson.
No.
I mean, you can't be mad because Iverson dunked on Marcus Camby when Camby was in Toronto.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
It was off a rebound, but you still got dunked on at the end of the day.
But it was just the fact that you saw who, by the way, he's not 6 feet.
Who's that?
Iverson.
No, he's 5'11".
Yeah, he's 5'11", if lucky. But the fact that you just saw him go up on this guy and reach dunk on him.
Springs.
It was pretty good. So, look, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to bring in, we got some other guests. I want to bring in Dr. White as well. Got Carnage the wrestler. We'll take a quick break here live from Hooters here in Fairfax, Virginia, right here on Sports Journey Broadcast Network. Hang tight.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Regardless of your situation, Care One has an option for you.
We are there to help, and we do that in a way that's empathetic and supportive without judging their financial situation.
The credit card companies, I feel, are trying to keep you in debt and trying to keep it so you owe them money forever. And Care One is a good way to get you out of that and get you out of it fast.
A big burden was lifted off of my shoulders.
Care One
threw me a lifeline.
Call Care One. They will help you.
Get debt relief from a company you can trust. Just call the toll-free number today.
Health insurance update.
This just in for all uninsured Americans with or without pre-existing conditions. The recent health care bill will not take effect until at least 2014, leaving families and individuals lacking health insurance with no immediate solution to their concerns. Meanwhile, medical problems continue to be the #1 cause of bankruptcies. Here's the good news. A health insurance hotline has been established to provide affordable health insurance for all uninsured Americans, and yes, uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions. Call the number on your screen now, and in less than 10 minutes, you could receive a choice of affordable plans from the Hotline Network. This is not a discount card. You will have access to doctors, hospitals, dental care, infant care, and emergency services. Call the Health Insurance Hotline now and get you and your family covered today.
Call 800-794-1817. That's 800-794-1817. Call now.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've played the girl next door and the girl not so next door. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do for me. I'm on my way to getting my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees so I could pick the right one. Now I'm actually getting my degree in liberal arts online. But you could get yours in business, in culinary arts, in nursing, in criminal justice, even a degree in technology. From my schedule, Education Connection showed me online has the most flexibility. I can study on the set, while traveling, anywhere, anytime. So do something smart for your future. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now and get Education Connection's free success kit, stuffed with information about online degrees, schools, and scholarship advice. Log on now to 41educationmatching.com.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Guys, can you just give me a little space here? You just parked a little close. Guys, come on, guys. I got a meeting. Never mind. These guys.
Stuck between a bad job and a hard place?
Ron, did you notice maybe you clipped me a little bit there?
CareerBuilder.com. Start building.
Ron!
I thought I looked rather dapper on there.
I thought you did, man. You were nice, clean shave and everything, and looking all good and everything. I had some fan letters come in, say, who was that handsome guy you had on the show? And I said, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
well, actually, I thought it was me, and he thought it was him. But
yeah,
But yeah, it was. It's a great thing. It was just recently picked up on Fios. You can actually see the show also on Fios, channel 1981. So we're working on some other things, trying to expand and just blow the show up, man, because I got a lot of great people, yourself included, that I've had on the show, and I got plenty more coming up.
We got to get Doc on the show.
I know, man. We're gonna exchange some numbers here. We're definitely gonna get him on.
But see, he has Doc is a he always talks about his thumb wrestling prowess.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought for the sake of the show, maybe we could have a gentleman's wager.
Sure.
I can't do that being NFL and NBA media because it may have my credentials taken from me. But with that said, this is on them, not me, folks. Maybe we could put the belt up.
Yeah.
Thumb wrestling. Just for the night. Just for the duration of the show.
Just for the duration
if you
of the
lose, Doc can just keep during the show.
You mean
he can
this
just
one
keep
right
the
here?
belt. He can just keep the belt right over his shoulder.
This one right here that I just newly won.
Isn't that something, man?
Is that nice?
That's beautiful.
Isn't that something?
That's beautiful.
That's the Coastal Ridge Wrestling Heavyweight title right there. We'll put it on the. So
Wow.
Look at that.
You see how it sparkles?
Oh, it sparkles. Nice.
Wow. That's some.
And tomorrow I'll be going back down in North Carolina to defend it. My first title defense since I've won it. And hopefully next time I see you, I'm still going to have it.
Very cool. Very cool. So you think you could lose it just for like 10 minutes?
I hope not, but I'll sure give it a shot.
All right.
You want to do it right now?
You got to put it up high, though. Matter of fact, we're going to make it easy for everyone. Right here. There you go. You got to put it up high. Right. I want to see
Now,
this.
do you know what the rules of this game are?
No, I sure don't.
Oh, I have one rule, though. If your thumb gets dislocated, that's not my fault.
Not on you at all, man.
He did sign a waiver, right?
Yeah, because let me tell you, before you do this, he has the audacity to tell me he wants to take on Philip Daniels in this stump wrestling.
What?
Hey, the bigger they are.
The more bones break.
That's right.
No,
and the further you go across the room.
I'm just looking forward to it. Like,
all right.
Set it up. Now, look, this is the way this works.
Okay.
Now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Now, we got 60 seconds.
Okay.
Come on, man. Oh, my.
Oh, so I wasn't even ready. Look at that. I wasn't even ready. He snuck up on me, man. What is that?
What just happened?
What is that?
Come on, man.
I thought you were showing me
Come
the
on, man.
instructions, man. I didn't know we were actually into it. Come on, man.
No. Come on now. Pass it over here just for like 10.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll let you hold it for a minute. How about that?
All right, I'll take
Don't hurt yourself now. Probably weighs more than
And
you
the
do.
new.
I thought he was explaining to me the rules, man. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm being paid. What's up with that?
You know the sad part about it is everybody tells me a different thing about how they lost.
Yeah.
Niles
Paul.
I don't know.
He put up the best fight.
Man.
He put up the best fight. Niles Paul did.
Well, I tell you what,
believe
since how
he's
we've done
punch and
your
all that
thing now,
stuff.
now we have to do my thing, and that is we have to wrestle right here on the floor.
Here you go. I'll tell you what. You just take this back now. I got a family. I got children. I got to practice.
Yeah, let me put you in a figure 4 leg lock and see if you can get out of that. How about that?
No, thanks, man. You can take that belt back.
Someone asked me a long time ago, and I was telling Carnage, Doc, they said, ask him if it's real or if it's fake. I said, why don't you ask him if it's real or if it's fake?
That's right. I can feel this man's pain.
That's right. Actually, I hear that a lot, man.
Come on.
People always tell me that.
Come on.
And I will say what you see on television is entertainment. We don't consider it wrestling anymore because it is entertainment. What I do is more real. I mean, I just recently broke a bone in my hand accidentally. I had a cast on for 6 weeks.
You should show up with the cast.
And that wasn't fake. I actually still wrestled with it on. I had about 4 or 5 matches with the cast on.
I did have a problem with the cast, though.
Yeah, he didn't like the cast.
He had the fact that he had the little, whatever, the vine or whatever. Well, it wasn't a vine. It was a chain barbed wire.
It was barbed wire.
Yeah, it was
Come on,
going
man.
around there.
It was hardcore,
and he
man.
used
That was
that
a hardcore
he used
cast.
that as a foreign object, too.
I sure did. In 2 of those matches, I sure did.
But I got a
Hey, you gotta do
question.
what
I
you
got a
gotta
question
do.
for you, Carnage.
What's up?
As a doctor, I've been, in the business of helping folks for about 29 years, and I see the after effects, the things that happen to athletes.
Right.
And 18 years, right?
20.
20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe your competitors aren't going to be watching this, so you can be honest. I mean, you got any aches or pains after 20 years?
Actually, I've been lucky enough, knock on wood, that was the only broken bone I've ever had my whole entire life was just that one time. I get bumps and bruises, and, I get beat up a little bit, and I do get sore when I get up in the morning, but it's all part of the, it's all part of the thing,
You're fortunate and blessed.
Yeah, so I have been very blessed throughout my 20 years, and I always try to stay as safe as I can and try to protect the others in there, even though I might not like them a whole lot, but I still try to protect them as much as I can. But accidents do happen, and so I've been very blessed, and I think I got about another 5 or 10, I think, still in me.
You know what we could do now that my mind's just racing here?
Right.
The fact that he beat you.
I did beat you.
Remember how we talked about what I'd like to do?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Where's Rob?
Yeah, because what we talked about was on his show, he wants to have like an actual ring put in and he wanted to kind of have a guinea pig, somebody he could beat up on. I don't want that to be you, Doc.
Yeah.
It did cross my mind because you beat him, but I don't want it to be you. So we can find someone else.
Tommy
But
Lovelace.
I'm going to be, that's what I was thinking. And I'm going to be the guest referee.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to, we have a thing, though.
Yep.
When I get to 2, he's got to pull that
Yeah, I
shoulder
got to pull him
up.
up by his hair, man. Let me pull him back up. I can't pin him yet.
Wrestling, they say, no, I'm not done yet.
You want that at least 2 or 3 times, right?
2 or 3
Okay.
times.
All right.
So
You can do
perhaps
that.
Tommy could be.
Yeah.
We could arrange that.
That'd be good.
See, the thing is, Tommy actually, he would probably think he could win.
Yeah,
He probably can think he can win even when he gets pinned. He still could say, but.
He'll beat you with his mouth.
But. Well, look, Dr. White, we've talked about him on the network, and we're pushing, folks. I'm pushing. We're trying to have him, do a very informative show Saturdays, where we can, just let you know what's going on in sports world, sports medicine, and from his take. And he knows sports, so he'll talk about that as well. I'm trying to get these gentlemen on, too. I mean, their show's doing really well, and they've got a great thing.
Yeah, it's taking off.
But for both of you, I don't want anyone thinking they're going to take my job from me. Not my day job. But seriously, with you guys doing this now, it's something different for both of you. What is it that has attracted you to basically media, and so to speak?
Well, for me, it's always been, the wrestling in front of people. That's always been the thing, the media, because you have to be a media type person in order to be in a pro wrestling business.
Yes.
You're dealing with fans. I've got so many hats on. I'm my own merchandiser. I'm my own booker. So I do all of these things. And so it's helped me a lot. It's helped me in my personal life as well, because I used to be a shy person, believe it or not, back in the day, and wrestling has been able to bring me out of that into the person I am today, which I think if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing the TV. I wouldn't be doing this, and those kind of things. So and it's the people, the people, everyday people. The ones that love wrestling, that come out, that pay their hard-earned money to come out and be entertained for those couple hours. Those are the people that keep driving me to do what I do. The reason why I did this TV show, it's not about me making money. It's not about any of that. It's about me sharing my dream and having others do the same.
Hence the name of the show is Cage of Dreams.
Cage of Dreams, exactly. And when I pitched the idea, they asked me. They said, "Hey, you looking to make a lot of money off of this?" I'm like, no. I said, what I'm doing, when somebody comes up to me on the street and says, "Hey, I've seen your show. It's inspired me to go out and live my dream, and I'm on my way to do that." That is my payment for me doing the show.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. And Doc, I mean, you're venturing into the waters, and you've done many interviews, and over the years. But to be able to have something that's yours, where you put your own stamp, your own spin on it, what are you looking forward to with that?
Well, after about 129 years in practice, I do know a thing or two, and so I'd like to share that. Cutting-edge technologies, for athletes. The problem is, they get locked in to a team, to the trainers, and don't get me going there. And what happens is they're not treated.
Let's get going.
They're not treated properly.
Right.
Look at what happened to RG3. There's no way in the world that he was treated properly. It doesn't matter what he wanted. It wasn't done the best for him. And so what my son, the other Dr. White, and I like to do is bring out cutting-edge technologies, get them in the hands of the athletes. It's not a money deal. It's a deal where we want to help people. I like to take athletes like Darrel, for example, and have him 10 years from now, be in a situation where, he's not, all beat up.
Sure.
Sure.
We can walk upright.
Yeah, we can walk upright. And so, it's working with the athletes, things like PRP therapy, platelet-rich plasma, amazing stuff, stem cell therapy, all those things that are available, deep tissue laser, that it's not mainstream. But we want to talk about those things.
And I can say this, this isn't just lip service. I've gone a couple times and had the laser on me, and I had I'm still like, I didn't think it was going to work. and he knew. And, every time I would go play with the guys, my Achilles would this was going on for over 2 years. I could play 1 or 2 games, and then I'm out for 2-3 weeks. Well, after seeing him and then seeing his son, like I said, we won 8 straight games recently, and you don't feel that. I mean, even walking up the steps, playing with my 5-year-old, I don't feel that. And I can say Rob Henson, coming off a really major knee injury, you know that.
Yep.
This guy's moving out there, and in fairness, I haven't gone as much as I should go, and I will now that we're over in Tyson's in the new studio, by the way, Tyson's Corner Mall. Come on out, check us out. Had to get that plug in.
I'll tell you what, man, I actually throw in there because I have seen some of the pictures, and it looks phenomenal. If you guys are anywhere in the Tyson's Corner area, make sure you go check this man out. It's a great place.
White was in there yesterday. He came by last night, so I appreciate it. We're excited about that. But, just seeing – the results, that's important. So, like I said, I encourage anyone. You don't have to be a high-profile athlete. They will take care of you. But, yeah, we do want some of our guys that are in the NFL and the NBA to be able to come over to see them because, first and foremost, they're good people. And you know me. I don't mess with people if they're bad. I don't have time for that. You take too many years off my life.
That's right.
No, wait a minute. Bad boy Carnage.
Well, I mean that's the wrestling.
That's my moniker.
That's his wrestling name.
It's not who I really.
So he can't walk out. He can't walk out as the Saint Carnage.
Yeah, that's right. Well, good boy Carnage. That just don't sound right, man.
The choir boy Carnage. That just doesn't have the same ring to it.
All right.
How did you come up with Carnage?
Actually, it was a friend of mine back in like '93. I had just started in the business, and we were going to become a tag team, and his name was Riot. And he said, because we were both into comics at the time and everything, I still am, but he was heavy into it. He said, dude, what about Carnage? He says, what do you think about that? And I thought about it, and I'm like, Carnage and Riot and Carnage. I said, that sounds pretty good. We call ourselves Anarchy Incorporated, and and went on to win 4 tag team titles. So I mean, the name stuck. I just loved it, and I've been using it ever since my whole career. I've used Carnage. I've changed the beginning of it. I've added Bad Boy, New York Bad Boy. So I've added a couple monikers at the beginning of it, but at the end of the day, it's Carnage. Media entertainment superstar.
Wow, you got the whole.
Sounds good to me, man.
He's got the list. Just keep going down. If you're like at a college graduation or something.
That's right.
The professor comes up there and you're like, they're still going on.
That's right.
Emeritus.
Let me tell you some of the reasons people get into trouble with credit cards. A job loss or salary cut, an unexpected expense, a divorce, a business loss, or even helping a family member or friend in need. As founder of Consolidated Credit, I understand that credit card problems are not about overspending. It's about emergencies and unexpected situations. For nearly 2 decades, Consolidated Credit has helped over 5 million people, just like you. The options for getting out of debt have never been better. We can reduce your interest rates and cut your payments up to 50%. The time to call Consolidated Credit is now. There's a lot of ways to get into trouble with debt. There's only one trusted way to get out. Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, we're the solution.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Call 1-800-445-1912. That's 1-800-445-1912.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Have you ever had an idea for an invention or new product? Bill Schaefer, one of the inventors of Wham-O's new Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play one hot summer afternoon. Bill invented a car wash for kids. Ride through it, run through it. InventHelp submitted the Splash Wash to Wham-O, the makers of childhood favorites like the Frisbee, Hula Hoop, and Slip and Slide. If you have an invention you would like to try to patent and submit to corporations and want free information that explains how InventHelp may be able to assist you, call now. InventHelp is America's largest invention company with sales offices in over 50 cities nationwide. Call InventHelp today for free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain on the Splash Wash. However, most inventions are not successful, and Bill's experience is not typical of what inventors can expect.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-619-2363. That's 1-800-619-2363.
Here with the bad boy of New York, Carnage the Pro Wrestler, Dr. Scott White, and he'll be on for about another 10 minutes or so. I know people are getting into both games. The Capitals tied it up 1-1. So hopefully they can get the job done. Yeah, it's a lot of action going on in the game right now. Right. So maybe we'll be giving them some play-by-play on what's going on right now. So you guys had a really good segment, last segment, and you started off with the thumb wrestling.
Oh, that was
Can we have a rematch? Just
sure.
Yeah, let's have a.
Me and you like?
He's never got me. See, I'm left-handed.
Oh my goodness.
See, I got out of that. That was. That's that Georgetown Penn State education. I'm still paying for it. We can do the right hand.
All right.
All right. For the sake of this, folks. All right. So what do we do?
Well, what we do is we go one. Look how big that thumb is.
Yeah, watch it, man, because as he's explaining, that's
No. I know you've never used that technique, have you?
No, never. Never cheated.
Okay, no. In the words of Tommy Lovelace, if you're not cheating, you're not
trying.
All right, here we go. One. No, you go. One. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Now it's on. It's on right now. Oh! Look at the moves.
Snake style.
Look at that.
Look at the moves this
got
man's
the ninja
putting out.
snake thing going on.
Whoa! Come on now. Oh my goodness! Look, he's going down. Oh yeah! Woo!
I got to give it to you. You lasted longer than I did, so.
That makes it worse. It's almost like something's running from a lion. Just stop so I can eat you up.
Oh, man.
Gosh.
Right. That was fun.
You know, you had the Redskins on, and this whole show, not nobody has talked about the Washington Red Tails.
You know why? No. You know why I don't bring it up?
You know?
Because I'll be honest with you. I've said this. If it's offensive to people, get rid of it. However, is it really offensive to those people? And I say those people meaning Native Americans, because the people who seem to be saying it's offensive are not Native American.
No, they aren't.
That's what I'm seeing with my own eyes. But if it is offensive to Native Americans, I'll be the first person to say change it. It's not going to – the traditions are traditions. I mean, you can't take that from people. However, I was a little surprised that Dan Snyder came out and said never, and you can put that in caps. To me, I just think that comes across as a little reckless. That's just me. I understand that that's his team. He's paid money for it. It's near and dear to his heart. But when you say that, it's almost as if to say, I don't care if it is offensive to people. It's never going to be changed.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with that. I did.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that. I mean, I actually saw an interview the other day where they had an actual real Native American chief was talking to one of the sportscasters, I think. He was doing an interview, and he said, he said right there, he says, it's not. He said, it's actually, very, very good. He said, it's a positive thing. He said, because the word redskin is something that the Native American community uses with each other in a friendship way. And that's what he was saying. He said it's an honor as far as him and his tribe is concerned for the Washington Redskins to use it because it is a positive name.
Well, and let's face it.
In their community.
Let's be up front here. And I think most Redskins fans would clearly feel this way. Not to say I'm speaking on behalf of Redskins Nation, but at no time are the Redskins trying to defame or look racist or any. There's absolutely unequivocally nothing that they're doing to try to make Native Americans look bad. If anything, they're trying to, in their own way, maybe it's not straight traditions out of Native American life, but the marching band, first marching band ever, and headdress and different things, and fans get into it. I think if anything, we're living in times right now where you can't even spit on the street now without getting in trouble.
Yep.
And I think people are getting a little too sensitive. To me, issues are, the horror that happened in Cleveland. That's stuff that we need to be paying more attention to, not the name of a sports franchise. I'm sorry.
If you've got something to be upset about, that's fine. But let's face it, if the Redskins hadn't done as well as they did last year, I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Absolutely. And the last time I looked, the Redskins have done some things historically too. First African-American quarterback, win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, those things aren't being talked about as much. So, I mean, there are some things that are first here. And outside of the fact that it's a tremendous fan base. So do I want the name to be changed? I'm the kind of person where it doesn't take away what I know. And I think most Redskins fans, doesn't say you have to change the colors, burgundy and gold. Doesn't say that you have to change the traditions of the band or anything like that. So at the end of the day, if it's a name, whatever.
Or the symbol. They're not even saying they want the symbol changed or anything.
They just want the name.
And there you have a Native American head.
And you know what? That's what the first part, and you're right, because the first part about it was they didn't want the mascot. They didn't want the face, so you could keep the name. So then it was, okay, do you want to keep the name or the mascot? So now it's the other way around. Listen.
Come on.
Just like Carnage said, I mean, you have an authentic Indian chief.
Right, he was.
Talking about not just that it wasn't offensive.
This isn't Homer Brave.
Right.
The Atlanta Braves, who was more of a caricature.
Chief.
This isn't. I mean, you look at the logo. The logo is, you can say it's hardcore. I mean, it's not a gimmicky, face or situation. So, we didn't bring that up. It's hard for me to ask that question amongst the players because, of course, listen, the face they see has got a president on it.
Right.
Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get the president? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Look, red tails. That sounds like a butt itch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even. That's like a rash. That's just that's like stupid.
What do you call the Washington rash? Then?
Yeah. Whoever thought that just needs to be slapped or something.
And they actually went with. I think they said the pays homage to the Tuskegee Airmen. But then again. You're starting to make something based on race again.
Right.
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is, though, is that the whole problem with that is that they never even spoke to those guys about using a name, but yet they're talking about it that they want to use it, but they didn't even get it cleared to even be used. So
Absolutely.
Why are you even going to bring it up?
And maybe those guys, maybe
they might not want to be.
I was going to say maybe during that time, during times of segregation in the country, maybe they didn't even want to be called that.
Right.
So again, a nickname. We're talking a nickname here. I mean, it's just like Carnage. Right. Somebody could write in and say, you know what, I think he needs to change his name. It's offensive to anything bad, a car wreck or something. I mean, listen, as my father used to always say, if you're not a vegetarian, don't eat the meat.
Right, there you go.
Exactly.
No one's forcing that meat down your throat. So, anyway, folks. So before we wrap it up, you guys have come out and here to Hooters, and naturally people are checking out Capitals right now. Second period, 6 minutes left in the second period. It's tied at 1. Chicago, Miami. It looks like it's a straight-up pickup street game. Those guys, no love lost between these two teams, and competitive basketball series there. Are you a basketball fan, Doc?
A little bit.
Because I know you're a football guy, but basketball.
Dr. Josh used to play some basketball.
His son can jump. His son definitely has some ups on him. So,
cool.
I don't want to talk about that because he took my trophy. I'm still a little salty about that. Still a little irritated about that.
You got your chance coming up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it back.
That's right.
I got to pull out the old man rules on them now. I got to do some things they probably haven't seen before. Like, wow, I'll never. The old Rick Barry underhand shots.
Yeah, man, yeah.
The sky hooks from half court.
Between the legs and up.
Yeah,
and
we got to pull out some stuff. Actually,
out.
you know how you beat young kids? You know how you beat, and they're only kids, but they're younger.
Yeah.
But you know how you beat them? You just shoot free throws. They can't shoot.
That's it.
But that's when they went down to the other court and started dunking. See, so that's anyway. But, the show real quick, before we get ready to wrap up, I'll let both you guys, plug your businesses and talk about your show, and it's doing really well again.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's Cage Your Dreams. It's on www.rctv28.com. That's Comcast 28 in the Reston area. And it's also on FiOS now on channel 1981. It's Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., Sunday nights at 9 p.m., and, prime time, baby. And, come on, check it out. If you have any questions, concerns, comments about the show, just you can hit me up at www.badboycarnage.weebly.com and hit me up. Find me on Facebook at NYBB Carnage and friend me. And check out the show, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me, man.
And Doc, New Laser Life of Virginia, they're doing a great job, but I'll let you go ahead and.
Let me just say, I'm following you now on Twitter.
Oh, thank you.
Which means
you're going to get a tweet every 10 seconds.
No. Which means you've got to promise at least for 30 days, because in 30 days you'll actually establish a pattern. And your fans, now I'm a fan. Okay. I got to go back now. I got to see some of your matches and things like that. So you got to promise me, starting today, one day, tomorrow, second day, and so on for 30 days, you got to make one tweet a day.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about. I didn't plug my Twitter account because
you're not using
only
it.
Because, and I'll tell you why. Because I lost the password about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no!
So I haven't been on Twitter in
now
about 2
weeks. Now we need
to
have Choir Boy Carnage, the new Twitter handle.
I have to go and get a new, whole new account and get that set up. So I apologize.
Yeah, we got to fix you up.
But yeah, normally I was on it at least once a day. But yeah, I'm on Facebook every day, so you can reach me on there, man. I'm sorry, man. That's why I didn't plug it, and I was hoping nobody wasn't going to notice and say anything. But yeah, I'm sorry.
But anyway,
I'm sorry, fans.
Great to be here with the incredible, amazing Lake Lewis.
Oh,
SportsJourney.com. I tell you, he has changed my life. I just want to be like him when I grow up.
Oh,
and then a little bit like Carnage. He's my new hero. But anyway, New Life Laser of Northern Virginia. We have 2 locations. One's in McLean, not too far away from the new studio in Tyson's.
Nice.
And one in Woodbridge, Virginia. 1-800-PAIN-FREE. And what we do is we do not charge for our first visit, so you can come in and kind of figure out what's going on, and we'll propose a program for folks. 1-800-PAIN-FREE.
Yeah, I'll definitely check you out, Doc. That's for sure.
All right. Well, look, as always, I know it's getting late and some people have filtered out, but, as always, I appreciate everyone who's come out and they've supported us. Again, you can check us out on sportsjourney.com. I will be back on the air on Monday. Excited about that in the new digs in Tyson's Corner. Come on out to the store. It's actually at Bellator Sports Memorabilia. We're separate from the store, but at the same time, we're one group, so we try to help each other out. And want to thank our guests who came on earlier tonight, actually, Darrel Young, starting fullback for the Washington Redskins. Robert Henson, he's a free agent right now. And then, of course, right here, Dr. Scott White. And Carnage bad boy of New
right.
York. All right. I was going to say something else because of that Twitter thing, but you know. That's okay. But thanks a lot, gentlemen, as always. I appreciate the support.
Thank you, man.
We'll do this again.
Yes, sir.
We'll let you know the new times and dates if we're out here at Hooters. But we will have 3 weeks from today, we'll be having a player broadcast out in the store. It'll actually be in the studio, but we're going to have a certain amount of people coming in to be able to see that out at Tyson's Corner. So Darrell Young, myself, and we'll guess to be determined from the Washington Redskins, of course. So
nice.
appreciate everybody for coming out, for everyone for checking this out online, on demand. So as always, you guys don't know what my saying is, do you? I say it after every program I get off of. It's very simple. I say spend time with family and friends and leave everyone else alone.
Oh, I like that. I like that, man.
All right. Have a great night, everyone.
Right, take care.
Laser light therapy could be the solution to pain everywhere in your body. Dr. M. Scott White, D.C., from New Life Laser of Northern Virginia, is here to tell us how. Now, Dr. White, you say that this new FDA-approved laser is truly a medical breakthrough?
That's right. It's the most amazing device I've seen in over 27 years of practice. We're using the laser to treat all sorts of problems like spinal stenosis, herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, sciatic leg pain, and even arthritis. We're helping people eliminate their pain without the need for drugs or surgery.
And I understand that you have an incredible success rate. Is that right?
That's correct. Many patients feel significant pain relief after just one treatment.
And you have a fantastic offer today. The first 25 callers who really want to get rid of their pain get a free spinal exam and 2 laser treatments absolutely free. Dr. White, can you talk a little bit about how this laser works?
The laser penetrates deep into the body. It decreases inflammation, increases blood flow, and stimulates new healthy cell growth. The laser speeds up the healing process even in difficult cases that haven't responded to other treatments.
Now I'm sure people will want to know, is the procedure painful?
Not at all. In fact, patients actually tell us it feels like a warm massage.
Well, there you have it, a truly unbelievable no-risk special. The first 25 callers will receive a spinal exam and 2 laser treatments absolutely free. So don't wait. Call 1-800-PAIN-FREE right now.
Call 800-PAIN-FREE.
Do you know what most people do when they realize they're struggling to pay their mortgage? Nothing. Surprising? Perhaps. But it's just too humiliating, too painful, too complicated, too scary. As the bills pile up and the pressure keeps growing, people just stop. But if people take action, if they reach out, make a call, they have a much better chance at a positive outcome. That is the simple message the Making Home Affordable program wanted to send. We created a new TV commercial that held a mirror to the problem. We showed people literally stopped, frozen, petrified, paralyzed by their own mortgage struggles. In our research, people told us, that's how I feel. Apparently, it's how a lot of people feel. Calls to the Hope Hotline went up 25% on the day of the launch and have held steady since at nearly 70,000 calls per month. Since 2010, the campaign has received over $33 million in donated media, including TV, radio, and outdoor in hard-hit housing markets, even signage in Times Square. This level of exposure, along with robust search engine marketing, frequent events, program announcements, and a revamped website, are making an impact. Website visits are at an all-time high, nearly 900,000 visits in January alone. But the most important statistic of all, over 900,000 people have received permanent loan modifications as a result of the program. And we have an opportunity to make an even bigger difference in the lives of struggling homeowners. The federal government has extended the application period for the Making Home Affordable program for another year, meaning even more people will get real help, real answers, right now.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey.